Yep, I said it. You're cooking rice wrong. And I know you're wondering, what does this random guy on the internet know about making rice? Well, I'm no Uncle Roger, but I can assure you I can tell you how to make rice properly. A few weeks ago, I was on my phone and I saw an article pop up talking about the best way to make rice. Now, I don't know about you, but rice is a big part of my diet. I mean, I'm still a student after all, and I definitely use rice to help keep my grocery bill low and my stomach full. So this article definitely piqued my interest. I mean, cooking rice should be as easy as boiling water, right? Well, not exactly. Rice, consumed by over 3.5 billion people and can be found in over 40,000 varieties. Needless to say, rice is the very backbone of our food system as humans. I'm willing to wager that if you're watching this video, that one of your favorite dishes growing up probably included rice of some form. Think of all the staples like rice pilaf, jambalaya, fried rice, paella, risotto, and if you're like me, jollof rice. It's hard to find a corner in the world where rice isn't part of some famous dish. So how is it that in 2020 we still have articles showing us how to cook something humans have been eating for over 10,000 years? Well, it's because some rice contains an unwelcome guest, arsenic. Arsenic is the 33rd element on the periodic table and can be found in two forms, inorganic and organic. And no, the organic kind is not in the rice you find at Whole Foods. Neither type of arsenic is good for you, but in this case, the organic one is a little bit better. But better here is like getting mauled by a bear versus getting mauled by a butterfly. You're still getting mauled, but one is definitely more preferable. Organic arsenic, or mauled by butterfly arsenic, can be found in things like fish and shellfish. This just comes from the natural erosion of rocks and sediment. The arsenic from the ground reacts with the water and oxygen to form arsenites and arsenates. Both of these can dissolve in water and thus can end up in the water supply. In other places, algae can grow in this water, absorb the arsenic, and then they get eaten by fish, who then get eaten by us. Inorganic arsenic, or mauled by bear arsenic, can also be found in soil and groundwater, but levels can be exacerbated by human activity. Things like mining, ore smelting, and industrial applications like making car batteries. The thing to note is that both inorganic and organic arsenic can be found in the same places. The differences here are that the algae in fish have mechanisms to convert these arsenates and arsenites into organic arsenic, meaning it's attached to some sort of sugar molecule or organic molecule of some sort. This makes it safer for humans to ingest. Inorganic arsenic is a different story, and that's why rice is a different story than fish. Most rice is grown in fields called rice paddies. These fields are flooded with water, and this water gets absorbed into the rice like a sponge sitting in water. If that water is contaminated with inorganic arsenic, then where's it going to end up? Inside the sponge. I mean, rice. That means that the water that is used to grow this rice and the arsenic level of what you buy at the grocery store need to be closely monitored. Fortunately, we've known that rice absorbs arsenic for years, and the FDA has set the limit on arsenic to be about 100 parts per billion. That's like dropping 100 sugar cubes in the Olympic-sized pool of Kool-Aid. So we're talking about really small amounts, but we also understand that arsenic is still a problem and it can be an issue over time. Inorganic arsenic is what's called a class 1 carcinogen. That means that we know exposure leads to cancer. Exposure also leads to cardiovascular disease, impaired brain development, and diabetes. With many people around the world eating rice as part of 20% of their daily diet, we need to learn how to keep all the good stuff like the folic acid, the B vitamins, the potassium, and the iron, and get rid of as much inorganic arsenic as possible. And here's how. This technique comes out of the University of Sheffield and was published in the Journal of Science and Total Environment. For every cup of rice you want to make, you take 4 cups of water and bring it to a boil. Once it's boiling, you add your rice to the pot and you let it boil for about 5 minutes. After the time is up, drain the rice, and the water should contain anywhere from 50 to 70% of the inorganic arsenic. Just put the pot back on the stove, add 2 cups of fresh water for every cup of rice you're making, and then you let it cook until all the water is absorbed. That's it. It's 2 extra steps in 5 minutes to help keep that pesky inorganic arsenic at bay. So don't worry, all my fellow college students, your budget is still safe. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you drop a like on it and subscribe if you haven't already done so. I also have all my resources for the information found in this video in the description down below. Thanks again for watching. I'm the Benchtop Gamer, and remember, keep thinking.